Okay, team, we're back. Hope you had a nice break, and do buy whatever you see on Audio.tv because that's how we keep going here. While you were being sold to, well, we were selling ourselves to small groups of people, and why that's good is because, look, some things are revealing themselves tonight. So let's just quickly go through with our two panelists and talk about, like, what's your group, what was the themes that you were breaking out with?
Just talking about entrepreneurship, being Māori, getting back to our Māori Pacifica roots, and using that as a vehicle within business, and just talking about our journeys and our parents. Really, we were talking about I guess what we've learned from our parents, or what we haven't learned from our parents, and how that's, I guess, shaped our relationship with money.
Love it.
And then what we're doing now to sort of change that. And now, William, you were talking about seeing somebody to help with that relationship with the money. I've done the same thing in the last 2 months, is I've seen somebody, especially through COVID, to help the mental health side of it, and it's been the biggest change in my life. And it's helping with the money, it's helping with everything.
And William, just before we say hello, last segment there was a mic on its own. This segment, there's a person in here now, right? Yeah. So this is how we're doing it. This is the trust we've got. So Kia ora, William, just introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, kia ora. I'm William Tartana. I work for Ray White as a real estate agent. We list and sell over 38 suburbs across Auckland. My love of real estate is not only about the property, but really just serving people and helping them on the journey. We're going back to our discussions there. In 2017, I really hit a brick wall, and the reason I hit the brick wall was I was so frustrated about, earning the money, and I wasn't able to keep it either. But I got a business coach in to help me to find out, and she asked me some really deep questions, and I found, going right back to my childhood, my parents were really hard workers. They put the food on my table and the clothes on my back, but there was never anything that was entrepreneurial, never anything that you invest for the future, nothing that where you can accumulate money. And so I had to change my mindset over a 12-month period of going from a poverty mindset to an abundance mindset. Not easy, because there are certain things that are ingrained in you, and you have to overcome those things, and I still have to fight that today, but I'm in a lot better space, because as I've grown on the inside, I've grown on the outside as well.
Cool. William, just on that point, so people don't walk away misunderstood, what's one thing to pin yourself to if you need to get out of that mindset? What was your star?
So the star was, first of all, discovering that you have a poverty mindset. Once you know that it's uncovered, so it's in the light, then you can deal with that factually, rather than something that you're just thinking in the background here. And once I confronted that, then I took actions and steps to be able to do that. So I had to educate myself. I had to understand how the mind works, how the subconscious works, because most of us, when we operate 90% with our subconscious. The 10% is just the conscious, but the subconscious is the one that has the program that's running. I had to change that. I changed that through different ways: visualization, meditation, and also affirmations as well.
So if you're not learning your subconscious, then are you unconscious?
Well, almost, yeah. You're doing a program that was embedded in you when you were a little kid. But now, as an adult, I having to change that, and that has dramatically improved my life.
Holy heck, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing as well. And it's been a lot of those really hard questions about my upbringing, about my youth, and my parents are exactly the same. And it was those really hard questions and stuff that I had to deal with that I really didn't want to, but I did, and I still am. And as you're saying, like acknowledging that, and then going, okay, cool, it's there. I'm doing something about it. It's not going to get fixed straight away, but I know it's there, and we're doing the work to change that. And it's been a whole mind shift. It's been a whole change in such a good way.
See, here's the thing: you can have the talent, In other words, you can achieve and be a high sales performer or whatever it is that you're doing, but that does not necessarily mean that you are an abundance mindset. You can have tons of money going in, but also be going through your fingers and going out the other side just as fast. So until you change the program, change mind, but change the subconscious part, then once you've done that, and it does take some time, but if you're prepared to work at it, man, it'll change your life.
But that was my 30s. I was making good money, but I just got rid of it just as quick as I got it.
Yeah.
Whereas now I think I'm a lot smarter about it.
But
now you're in your 20s.
Here's the key, because you think you don't deserve it, and that was my key. I thought I didn't deserve, or I undervalued what I was doing. Yes, I was providing value, but I still, in my thinking, deep inside, I was undervaluing myself. And so when I started to affirm that I deserve the wealth that I'm getting, that deserve the money that I'm earning, that changed my thinking, and particularly internally.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a second, look around. We're getting some. Yeah, come.
Thank you so much to come on.
Stay. Yeah. Just say hello to everybody.
Hi, good evening. My name is Colleen, actually, and I 100% endorse exactly what you've just done, because I had to look at 6 months ago, hit my rock bottom, changed my mindset, and I've just qualified with Marissa Peer. She's the #1 UK therapist, but internationally as well. I'm just qualifying, and she is, exactly what you've just said now is going back, changing the beliefs. Everybody thinks that they're not good enough, actually. So the logical mind, pointing on to what you've just said, the logical mind is the conscious mind, the emotional mind, the unconscious mind is the emotional mind. So I'll give you an example, because I'm just about to qualify and I'm launching my business to actually train people in mindset, actually. Your conscious self, for an example, would be, I want to lose weight. I see this donut over here. I can't eat it, but the donut is there. I'm going to eat that donut. I feel terrible because I've eaten that donut. You know, the emotion will always override the mind. I'm just sharing two things. There's three things for mindset and actually for success. The mind will act in a way where you put pictures in your mind. So whatever your scenario is, if you tell your mind that picture, your mind will act in that way, and what you tell your mind. The other things for success, there's two things actually. One is making the familiar unfamiliar, actually. So things that are not normally your pattern, actually, you have to make that familiar to you. The other thing is that it will respond to things. I have actually, and doing the things that you hate doing. So I did one session with it. It's helped me tremendously, and also doing programming the mind. So you just mentioned about visualization. You had mentioned about commands. And by the way, affirmations are command statements to the mind, instructing the mind actually to actually do it. So when you start verbalizing, saying, I'm wonderful, you're actually commanding the mind, I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful, I deserve that whole abundance thing. Going on from what you were just talking now about childhood, absolutely everything that I shared in our group as well was saying that, you know, what the mindset is, I can't afford that. So which means you're telling your mind from an early age, you know what, I'm not allowed to ask for that. And it does sit in the subconscious, and so as much as you want to go logically, I want to strive ahead, you will be sabotaged with your beliefs actually. So please feel free to come and knock on my door. I will definitely be helping people with that, because I do want to help people succeed, and so I couldn't sit there and say no. Actually, I had to just share those tips actually with you guys.
Beautiful.
So,
Look,
yeah,
I just want everyone to stay exactly where we are. I'm going to roll straight into the next segment. I want to try something. Okay, let's build on this. We've got 9 minutes 30 to really kick some action. If people are sitting, watching, if we're here, we're going to, so straight after the break, I'm going to leave these 3 mics open, and I just want a rotation of people coming up, exactly like this. Let's build this mindset. Let's not leave anything on the table, okay? Because if we do, we're going to drive home and think, damn it, I should have said something. Okay, so stay where you are.